Yeah, Taryn, the topic of gun control, it's nothing new. For years, a set of bills aimed at safe storage, background checks, and red flags get introduced and then go nowhere. But this time around, with Democrats in control at the state level, those bills could reach the governor's desk. It's sad to say, but Representative Elissa Slotkin has had this talk before.
Unfortunately, I did a very similar town hall to this almost exactly a year ago when we had another shooting in my then district at Oxford High School.
In the week since the tragic shooting at MSU, the calls for change have been constant and desperate.
I've been asked most pointedly by students who want to know what their government is going to do to respond to help keep them safe.
While Slotkin says she will push for what she calls basic laws like safe storage, background checks, and red flags at a national level,
the truth is, we all know that our federal government right now in Washington is not behaving as well as it should be. And the truth is that the place where we're likely to make most progress is in the state of Michigan.
That's where State Senator Rosemary Bear says she comes in, introducing bills on those same three issues.
We are excitedly looking forward to a hearing within the next couple of weeks and a vote shortly thereafter.
Hearings that are open to the public in which lawmakers can hear from anyone.
Think of the power of having that Michigan State sweatshirt present at these hearings that are going to be taking place in the next couple of weeks, starting next week.
We reached out to a number of Republican lawmakers who didn't want to speak on camera on this issue. However, they argue mental health should be a top priority for change. The Democrats agree in part.
If you're a mentally ill person who doesn't have access to a gun, you could, of course, use a knife, use something else, but the ability to create a mass casualty attack is fundamentally different if you don't have easy access to a gun.
Slotkin also addressed the issue of keeping guns away from those who are convicted of just a misdemeanor like the MSU shooter. She says she plans to introduce that bill at a national level and see if that goes anywhere. Obviously, gun control has been debated and introduced bills for years, and so far nothing.
Yeah, and some Republicans will argue on one hand that this universal background check could prove to be cumbersome to try to get a check on every single kind of gun. But in the meantime, how confident are Democrats that this time around things are going to actually go the way they plan? Yeah,
just because they have the Democratic leadership doesn't mean that they'll get the votes. Constituents can call their representatives and they could vote that way. So they are confident, but until that vote comes up, they don't know.
Well, Michigan State, what happened there is certainly something that could push in that direction. Yes. But like you said, we've been through this time and time again in our state, and it's going to be really an uphill battle for lawmakers if they do.
Oxford was just 15 months ago, and these were the calls that we heard then as well. So we'll have to wait and see.